Well, we all know that Resident Evil 4 Remake is on the way, and so far we have had numerous leaks saying that the game starts at night, Dr. Salvador and Merchant have expanded roles, and the game is gonna be way scarier. So in this video, I will be talking about my thoughts and opinions on this topic. How scary could Resident Evil 4 Remake be? But before going further, if you are new here and love Resident Evil content, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm covering Resident Evil content that for sure you're gonna love. So let's get into the video. Well, firstly, the leaks say that the game starts at night and a huge portion of the game as well. So to me, that's a good call, but I have been reading some of your comments on the previous videos saying that it takes the feeling of being safe at the very beginning. And also Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 have all started at night. But to me, starting the game at night not only will make the game scarier, but also makes it more interesting and different. Cause let's be honest, I mean, we've all played Resident Evil 4 like 1,000 times and we know everything about it, so it for sure needs new definition, especially at the beginning. Anyway, leaks also say that it's gonna be inspired by the demos. So for those of you who might not be familiar, Resident Evil 4 had 3 demos, one which became the first Devil May Cry, and one also known as the Hookman version, which I'm gonna be talking about in a second, and another one which we don't have any info about that, so there is a lot of footage on the internet about the Hookman version, and I'm sure you've seen them. It shows Leon in this abandoned castle wearing his famous leather jacket with a new and fresh color, I guess. Also, the game introduces us to 2 new angles, the semi-fixed, which we saw something similar in the Code Veronica, and also behind the shoulder, or better said, the third person. The game also seemed to be inspired by Silent Hill series, having Leon go through hallucinations, dolls moving around, and there is also a stalker type of enemy, the Hookman, the enemy who teleports around and also wields a hook attached to his arm that seems to be dealing a lot of damage, and Leon also struggles a lot trying to break free. I think remaking the castle area of the game inspired by this demo, this specific part, would lead the castle to being way scarier. I mean, imagine Leon and Ashley running away from this Hookman in the castle segment. I mean, it would make the game way scarier if we could have the Hookman in the part where you play as Ashley and solve these puzzles and you run away from these infected knights. Imagine adding the Hookman there as well. It will simply make it way scarier, because to be honest, the theme of the Hookman fits the castle area the most. But anyway, that leads us to the next topic, these stalker roles, where Resident Evil 4 has quite the numbers when it comes to the bosses, you know. Dr. Salvador, Chief Mendes, Salazar, Del Lago, U3, and the list goes on. There is so many possibilities here, like Dr. Salvador being the stalker role in the village, as the leaks say, and also the Chief being stalker as well. I mean, the possibilities here are endless, and I mean, he could be stalker, why not? In the castle segment, as I mentioned, the Hookman could be added as a new boss in a stalker role, or maybe even Salazar's right hand, if you know what I'm saying. And in the island segment, there is so many possibilities as well. Different stages of mutated Krauser, the minigun wielding Ganado, or even the regenerators, if they could stick to one specific regenerator as a stalker role. I know we've had stalker roles in Resident Evil 2 and 3, and people may be fed up with them, but I am personally not. I think it spices up the game, so having more of them might lead to being way scarier and more enjoyable, and also not. Anyway, these are just possibilities, and we've got to wait and see the announcement trailers and stuff. New enemies. In the castle segments, we see Garradors whose eyes are closed and they can't see, and they have a tall figure with deadly claws on their hands who are accurate when it comes to hearing. These enemies were so cool and scary back in the days, and they were made very believable. And they were also imprisoned because they were overpowered. We could also see imprisoned type of enemies. I mean, the new ones. These Garradors were so cool, but we have got only 2 types of them, armored one and the normal one. We could see imprisoned types even more. I mean, like maybe something like this enemy in Code Veronica, or this, you know, body part mixture Ouroboros thing from Revelations 2. Anyway, I would love to read your thoughts, especially about the new enemies. So make sure to comment down your opinions, because I will definitely read and respond. And if you have come so far and enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We've just reached 450 subscribers, and you would easily make my day if you could consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.